Our next step is going to be making the butterfly, and we are going to be using one of our newest products with the Cuttlebug, the Cut and Emboss die and the little folder. Really neat product. It's kind of a one-stop shop if you want to cut something out and emboss it. It's a great tool. So I'm going to be making our little butterfly. So first you have to cut the butterfly out. And as you can see with this package, there were 4 designs. I'm going to be using 2 in terms of embossing, and 1, obviously, that cuts out the general shape. I'll show that to you as soon as I get this out of the package. Here is the cutting die, and it has a little foam backing. And if you press just lightly, you'll feel the cutting blades poke through. So that's what's going to cut our shape out. We're going to be using 2 different colors because we make the butterfly 3D, and it just is kind of a neat feature to use 2 different shades of pink. So that's what I did. Going to be putting my cutting die in and my first paper in there and run it through. And run it back just for good measure. Let's see how it did. Perfect. Cut out my little butterfly. Same thing with the second color. Roll it through and roll it back. And I have my second butterfly. So now comes the next step where we emboss. And I use 2 different embossing folders. This one has, I don't know if you can see, there's kind of a stamp imprint here, and it's got some words. And then this one is just different butterfly designs. So I'm going to put my first paper in. Words facing up, again, that's how they're embossed. And you want to place your butterfly, line it up with the design inside, and close your folder nice and tight. And we're going to roll it through. And roll it back. And we have our sweet little embossed butterfly. This one is that postmark one. So I'm going to place my butterfly in there and line it up and close my folder. Roll it through and roll it back. And we have our second embossed butterfly. And our next step is the assembly of the butterfly, which is my favorite part actually. This was one of the neatest things of the whole project. So I have 2 little layers, and this is going to be my bottom layer. And then for my top layer, I'm going to take the little butterfly wings, and I'm going to just fold them at where the wing meets the body. So he's kind of, if you can see that detail, he's going to be, if I laid him flat, you can see his wings are up. And just run a tiny little strip down the middle of our underlying butterfly. This is really bendable, pliable. I don't even know if it's floral wire. Just not very stiff at all. So what I did in order to accommodate for that was that I doubled it up, and we're just going to cut it right there. This is the little spring that the butterfly is going to be on. So here's my piece of wire, and this end we're going to put between the two butterflies to hold it, and then the other half, just take a paintbrush, a pencil, whatever you like to use, and just coil it around. And I do it pretty tightly because you can always stretch it out and make it longer. But if I want it shorter or more tightly coiled, then I gotta do it all over. So round and round she goes. Okay, so we're all done, and then I'm just gonna pull it off the stick and then put that down in the middle on my tacky tape, and it'll hold it. And then I'm going to take the other butterfly that's 3D and just press the centers together. So we've completed our butterfly, and now that we've done that, we have all the parts that we need in order to assemble our full project, and that will be next.